mean.
Hey there, good man fam, and welcome new viewers to another episode of the Female Guessing Game. Now, the way this game works is that I'll review a video that has a single female in it or multiple females in it. But here's the catch. When it's a single female, I'll be asking you if she's a traditional woman, or modern female. However, when it's multiple females in the video, you won't know about which female I'm asking you until the end of the video. So, you have to stay to the end of the video to see about which female I'm asking you is a traditional woman, or modern female. Ready? Let's get it.
No, because I've never, I don't tolerate that. Like if a woman even raises her hand at me or even gets to that situation, I immediately disconnect. That's an absolute red flag, like black flag, like she's done.
Well, obvious.
Yeah. So I don't even really, to be 100% honest with you, I don't really accept it even if a girl talks back to me. If she's like my chick and she's like questioning me, I don't even want to deal with it.
So you don't talk back at all?
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Wait a minute, what? What you mean? You don't talk back? You do know that talking back is phraseology used for someone who's speaking to the person who's in charge, right? But you're talking about talking back to the guy in the relationship when he's the one who's supposed to be in charge. Jeez. Yeah, this is going to be a bad one, fellas. This is going to be a bad one.
The leader.
So you don't believe in partnership?
Partnership in what sense do you mean? Like 50-50 partnership?
50-50.
Okay.
Hold on. This always drives me nuts. Why is it that anytime that people talk about this whole thing relationship wise, they talk about the male paying all the bills or the female and the male going 50-50? It's like it's so much nuance missing there. First of all, there are numbers between 50 and 100. Second of all, why is it that people seem to think that money is the thing that determines leadership? That's one thing with which I disagree with FNF, is because although that's a component, masculinity is the thing that determines leadership. But if a man doesn't make enough money, he can still be the leader without making enough money if he's masculine. But they tend to think that being masculine means you're making more money. And if you're not making more money, you're not masculine. That's completely, that's silly as all get out.
That's taller than you?
That's what?
Do you want a man that's taller than you?
Yeah.
Stronger than you physically?
Yeah. I want somebody that can toss me around.
Makes more money than you preferably?
No.
Cap.
Because I've typically made more
But
money.
idealistically, if you
I
could.
was the sugar mama, but
Okay, but idealistically,
That-
would
it
you
was
prefer the
unfortunate.
man to make more money?
not necessarily. It depends on the situation.
Okay. Do you
Because
want
I,
him to be a
I
leader?
want somebody that's a leader, but I'm also a leader.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's a metaphor, an analogy, rather, that I coined where I talk about a male and a female in a car. And you all have probably heard this before. If the male is driving, the female's job is to help him navigate. Not her navigate, it's to help him navigate. But what females will do is they will grab the steering wheel and start trying to steer from the passenger seat and not paying attention to the map where they're supposed to be helping him navigate. That's their idea of we can both be leaders. Because they don't want to actually sit in the driver's seat, because when they sit in the driver's seat, they have to pay attention to all of the stuff going on the road. All the signs, cars, trucks flying by them, all that stuff. The road shaking, everything. Being responsible for the health and safety of everyone in the car. They don't want that. They want to sit in the passenger seat but have their hand on the steering wheel. Y'all tell me in the comment section if y'all think that that is correct. I coined that up years ago.
I don't need no man.
How so?
Because the whole concept of having a leader means there needs to be a follower. So if you are both leaders, then that means by definition there's no follower. So there needs to be a follower.
I have 3 children. I have an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 4-year-old.
Okay.
So for me, I think having 2 strong leaders, like, however, my marriage did not work, right?
Yep.
Really?
It teaches them a greater sustainability for the culture that we live in nowadays. Because
How does that make any sense when you just said that's what you did and it failed? How are they learning sustainability from failure? That doesn't make any sense. Now, they can learn it from failure in the sense of not doing what you did, but to try to say, do this and this equals sustainability, even though I did it and I failed. Only females, particularly ones who think about things always through their emotions, tend to think crazy like this, and it makes sense to them. Only makes sense to them.
I think that's the root cause of the problem right there is equality within relationships. It doesn't work. I mean, it sounds good on paper, but so does communism, and we know that doesn't work.
Right.
The only way things work is there needs to be a established leader in the relationship, and it's always got to be the man. Women are not good leaders in the dynamics of an intersexual relationship. Women want a guy who's going to be dominant, assertive, aggressive, stronger, taller. They look for survivability traits. Men look for replication traits. We want younger, hotter. You guys want stronger, taller. That's what men typically go for, yeah.
Why is she acting like this is rocket science? Like this is some new news? All right, it's because she's older. And when you say you want younger, hotter, what happens? They get offended because they're no longer young and they're no longer hot. See, it is just amazing to me how their brains are always focused on whatever they need to think, feel, whatever, for them to be okay. It doesn't matter that what they're telling themselves is false. Doesn't matter that what they're telling themselves will hurt them in the long term. All they care about is the short term feeling good, because they'll smile outside and then they'll go back to their home and they'll be crying because they know what you told them is true. But they refuse to tell the sisterhood. They refuse to say, okay, this is right. And I'm going to say this in public so that we can get this repeated enough by females for other females to wake up. They refuse to do that. They're like, nope, I've been triggered young and hot. Well, I'm no longer young, and I think I'm hot, but I really believe deep down that other men don't think I'm hot anymore. So they have to just lie to themselves. This is crazy.
I don't need no man.
well, that's typically, but because they don't challenge you.
No,
They
that's
don't
not it at all.
challenge you mentally.
That's-
They do not challenge you. They have not grown to the fact where,
Men are not interested in a woman's competence. It doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, another
well,
study
that's
showed this.
sad. That's sad as
I mean, I can make the same argument. I could make the argument I could make the argument that it's sad that women want a man that's taller than them and stronger than them. I mean, that's just biology. Like, we look
some
for
women,
different things.
some tall women love short men.
I think you got that backwards.
Why are you
No?
talking about
Maybe 1%. We're talking in generality here.
1%.
In generality.
1%.
An
Dude, I
overwhelming,
could Google that shit.
an overwhelming
and
majority,
Squash that.
an overwhelming majority of women prefer a man that's significantly taller than themselves.
Facts.
That's just a biological reality.
But how does that relate to like a good relationship, a good dynamic, a good partnership, a good just like
He just explained it to you. These females want particular men for survival traits. So if a female thinks that you can protect her, she will be into you. You don't think that matters in a long-term relationship, that the female is actually into the man? A man can be into any female. It doesn't matter if she's kind, sweet, gives him intimacy, and is not annoying. and looks decent. A female has to be, for a dude to like wife, she has to be at least a 6. Talking about average guy, he wants a 6. Let's just keep it real. He wants a chick who's cute, because when she comes around the boys, he wants to be able to at least say, "Hey man, your girl's cute." That's it. He doesn't need a freaking Adriana Lima supermodel. But females, nah. They want old school Leonardo DiCaprio, old school Brad Pitt, old school Denzel Washington, old school Eddie Murphy. They want those guys. And they want them even at this age of this female on the screen.
Grab yourself some merch on the way out in order to support the channel. And, of course, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks, good man fam.